house, I fully recommend, like, cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, smoke cleansing or, like, you know, whatever energy work is necessary for your particular thing. If you're Catholic, you might want to just go have the priest wash your entire pool with holy water and just start flinging it everywhere. I am dead serious. Salt the windowsills. Fling holy water at everything. Holy water is not going to hurt your shit.
No.
It's not. It's fucking water, right? Everywhere, at everything. Pray the house down if you feel like that is a thing you need to do. But most importantly, open the door and just tell it to get the fuck out, right? So, now granted, this is a really condensed, brief version of how to tell things to get out of your house, right? If you have a serious issue, you should probably talk to someone specifically about what exactly is happening in your case and how we exactly get rid of the thing that is your particular issue, right? Because your mileage may vary, my friends, but step one is, can you leave, please? Oh, you're gonna play that? This is my fucking house, bitch. Get out, right? And open the door. That's also important because, like, how's they gonna leave if the door is shut in their face? Like, opening things is, like, symbolic too, kind of. Anyways. And then, after you've done open the door and told the GTFO, wait a second, slam the goddamn door shut. Shut it. Lock it. Tell them GTFO and stay the FO. Right? But, yeah. So, Teddy, like, 16 minutes ago, you asked, how does one properly communicate with spirits? Right? That really depends, because that's really going to depend on, one, does your religion let you talk to them at all? If you're Christian, the answer is probably fuck no. Jesus don't like you talking to dead people. Why? I don't know, but it's a thing.
He was a dead people. For a while.
And then he, like, rose from the dead. You're only allowed to talk to dead people if they, like, undead. If the dead are staying dead, you're not allowed to talk to them anymore. Only Jesus is allowed to talk to them. So if the Pope dies, is he being fired or promoted?
Probably a little bit of both.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, or forcibly retired. Anyway.
Forcibly retired.
I'm sorry, that was horrible. Anyways, so, talking to ghosts. It really depends on your particular path, right? And, why you want to talk to this ghost specifically. If you want to talk to the random ghost that's living up in your house because you want to know why it's there, I would first start by asking yourself, why do you want to know why it's there? Is your end goal to get it to leave? Because if your end goal is to get it to leave, just ask the damn thing to leave. Right? This is not a movie. You don't need to know why it's there and help it finish some unfinished business it had in its life or some shit, or resolve its ghostly emotional baggage so that it can pass it. No. If you really don't want it there, ask the motherfucker to leave, okay? You are not a therapist for your wild cousin Ted, okay? This is just your house now, and Ted needs to go work out his problems somewhere that is not with you. Go to ghost counseling. I am not your ghost counselor. Bye! Right? No, but I'm like that serious, right? But, no. Suppose you would like to talk to, your dead granny. You miss Granny. Want to talk to Granny. You're like, Granny, I need closure. There was some shit I wanted to tell you, and maybe you'll tell me some shit, you know. Whatever, right? Again, it really depends. Like, I know, some magical practices, right? They do coffee offerings. That's how they start conversations with the dead, where, like, because coffee is a conversational drink, right? Brew yourself a cup of coffee, brew them a cup of coffee. I don't remember where they do this. But there's a certain place on this planet where that's how they do it. Like, okay, they just kind of, whatever, right? I mean, I suppose...
My nanny was cremated.
There's different things. You don't always have to do coffee, right? But,
No, I'm giving you a specific example. My nanny was cremated.
Okay, for you, actually, what I would recommend isn't obviously going to the graveyard and pouring coffee on her plot of earth and just start chit-chatting, because she does not have a plot of earth, right? However,
She also didn't like coffee.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. If you're trying to talk to Granny, and you know for a fact that your Granny does not like coffee, why the fuck are you gonna roll up and offer her some coffee? Are you crazy? You crazy? If Grandma was just sitting there, physically alive, and you just rolled up to her and was like, drink this, grandmother, she'd probably be like, you know I don't like that shit. Why are you doing this to me? Right? And that's the other thing with movies, right? They're just... Okay, backing up. I already had the rant about the Ouija boards. Mm-hmm. Not a way you talk to anybody's dead anything. That's rude as fuck. If Granny gets mad at you and, like, breaks your fine china with her ghostliness, you deserve that. You're an asshole. Don't do that. It's a rude-ass way to talk to people. I can't remember. There was something else in that movie that I was talking about that they did when they were trying to talk to her, right? To communicate with her. I don't remember. And I don't remember. It's been forever since the preview's been on. But it was just really shitty. And I'm like, how the fuck are... we were in the movie theater, right? And they were playing this preview for the movie. And my boyfriend was dying laughing. Because this movie, in this preview, it was like a 3-minute preview. Because it was a stand preview. And it was 3 minutes of my boyfriend laughing, these random people behind us laughing, and this dude just looking at me like I lost it. With me just going, how the hell are you going to try to talk to a ghost like that? Are you out of your mind? Are you? Are you stupid? You are. And this guy's like, I am a qualified ghost exterminator. I'm like, you need your credentials checked and removed. Because
the guy that was staring at you or the guy on screen?
The guy on screen.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like giving his credentials to his family about how he can help them, right? I'm like, you need your shit checked and removed because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Everything that is happening from this point in the preview to the rest of the point, because they did like a whole scene of them trying to talk to Ghost, right? And the ghost completely freaks out when they actually get a hold of her, right? I'm like, because you're all being rude as fuck, right? You just, like, put her in, like, an arm twist and we're like, talk to me, ghost, talk to me. I'm like, you just rolled up and we're being an asshole. And she's just trying to, like, chill your baby out because you freaked out and woke the baby up. Like, what is wrong with you, right? And, yeah, like, no, I was just, like, it was, like, 3 minutes of me criticizing everything that happened in the movie and the guy behind me and my boyfriend just laughing and this dude just going, you seem pretty legit. And, no, but, there's a lot of different ways to talk to ghosts. Like, one thing that a lot of cultures will do is kind of have, like a ghost supper or like a thing, right? Where, or like an ancestor supper or a dumb feast. There's a lot of different words for it. But the basic principle is, you know, like at funerals or like, when you're remembering someone, you take a moment of silence, right? It's pretty much a silent dinner. Right? Where before the dinner, you set the table and you either, depending on how big of a thing this is, you either set a place for each of the dead people that you are like referencing, honoring, communing with, whatever, right? So if it's Granny and Grandpa both get to see. However, if it's just like everybody you know that has ever died ever, like your entire fucking family, they get one plate and just kind of like tea lights or something or journal to represent them. But the idea is that it's a candlelit dinner, usually in somber colors, right? Holding dead silence. Before the dinner, you set their table place and you serve up the plates, right? And well, first of all, you tell them, hey, we're having a dinner. We'd like you to come with us. If you want to, that's chill. If you don't, whatever, right? And you pretty much just invite them to come be with you, right? And then you serve dinner, right? It's a silent dinner, obviously. It's an extended moment of silence. But you dish up their plate just like you would dish up everybody else's. Generally, you try to make food that the ghost in question actually likes. So if it's Granny Ghost, you don't give Granny Ghost coffee. Your Granny Ghost don't like coffee. What does Granny Ghost like?
Diet Coke.
All right. So you put some Diet Coke in a glass for her and whatever food Granny likes. What's Granny like?
Burgers, taco pizza.
Alright, we're having taco pizza and Diet Coke for Granny. Y'all can have whatever soda you want, but taco pizza and she gets the Diet Coke, right? And you just kind of like take them up. Oftentimes people also leave notes on the plate or by the plate for her. Or the other thing you can do is also burn them in the candle flame that's next to her plate, whatever. But after dinner, you kind of clean shit up, and then a lot of cultures, they will sit there and they will just talk about like stuff that you and Granny did that was fun. Like with my grandmother, right? I'd be like, all right, so I remember there was this one time, and I was like 3, and you told me how to sew, and it was like awesome, and you're just kind of chit-chatting, like they're chilling there. Mm-hmm. And I think you can generally sense whether or not Granny decided to show up, right? But even if they're not actively there, a lot of times they're paying attention. Mm-hmm. But Grandma might not always, like... Generally speaking, Granny Ghost is not going to, like, pick up some chalk and start writing on your fucking wall, "Hey, Teddy, I've missed you so much, baby!" Right? But, I mean, kind of like deities, I think they tend to nudge us kind of subtly. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, walking in the mall, suddenly, that song that reminds you of Grandma every single time you hear it, it's on, and you're just kind of like, "Oh, I know." Or, like... My Granny Ghost. I know Granny's trying to talk to me because I run into way too many Catholics giving me way too much Catholic wisdom. Right? And, Ave Maria pops up all over my Tumblr. I follow a Catholic on Tumblr.
Just one?
Just one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah. But... No, the idea, generally, I think, giving food to your dead ghost person, right? I am a big fan of food offerings, right? Because it's like inviting them to, like, be part of your space, or you can light a candle in their honor, I don't know, play a song that you think they like, or some shit, right? It's like, how talk to ghosts? Well, how would you talk to your actual grandma?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. You could... Hey, Granny Ghost, you want to come watch TV with me? Right? How say this? Your granny's dead now, okay? So she is like an ethereal being. She can probably hear you. You might want to address her by name so some other Granny Ghost, Rosemary from next door, who is not your Granny Ghost, doesn't just go, "Oh, look, she was talking to me." Right? But shout into the air. Or talk softly if Granny was not a fan of shouting.
I shout at the ceiling when my grandma takes my shit.
Yeah, see?
Her necklace disappears like every once a month or so. So I'll just yell at the ceiling, "Grandma, give it back."
Yeah, see?
And it pops back up.
Yeah, see? So you know Grandma hangs around.
Yeah.
I know Grandma hangs around because every time I go trying to creep up in her sewing room, I just feel really uncomfortable about moving shit. Room is still just like this shrine to Grandma.
Nice.
None of us were ever allowed to take anything out of the sewing room, ever.
No. In her house.
Yeah.
But I can feel laying next to me in bed.
Yeah. See? Grandmas hang out. They're chill. So, long story short, not every ghost is an asshole. Sometimes they're very nice. Sometimes they want to help you. Sometimes you want them to help you. Okay, let's say you had actual questions you need to ask Granny Ghost, right? And you're like...
You mean like last week?
Yeah. You have an actual question. You're like, "Grandma, I never got closure on this," or "I think you're trying to speak to me. Are you there?" Okay, fucking bored, not the way to do it. But if you have a friend who's really good at tarot, right? Ask the fucking cards what your grandma's trying to tell you. Because if Grandma's hanging out and her energy is like permeating shit, you probably get a pretty good idea.
Oh yeah. Shut up. Nope, don't do it.
But yeah, so we are about down to the wire. You are not getting the songs we promised you, so sorry, not really. More for next week. So...
Bye!
Not yet. We're telling them what we're doing next week, bitch. Really quick, next week, segment 1, probably news, updates, maybe something crazy because, you know...
It happens.
You know how he is. Segment 3... Probably whatever... What were we supposed to talk about for religion? Mixed faith relationships, y'all. We will actually do that. Segment 4, the witchcraft that we were supposed to talk about today, delayed till next week. Segment 5, the stories we were going to tell today, delayed for next week. Music?
Delayed for next week.
No, random picks.
Random picks.
The music that we were going to do this week, You will never hear until we decide to put it somewhere. It's okay. One of those songs I don't like that much anyway. And I dropped the paper, so I guess that means we're done. This has been your friendly ghost counselor,